planet of the Light system.
Hi, welcome to Everyone Like That. I'm Glitch Blitch.
And I'm General Pepper. I'm here to send you on a mission to stop the evil Dr. Andros. I don't know what I'm doing. Hello and welcome to
I was
Everyone
gonna
Like
go,
That.
good luck
Good
after.
luck. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
okay.
We have a lot to talk about. But again, welcome back to your regular dose of what makes gaming great. We are Everyone Like That. Um, Lots happened within this last week or so.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. We've
Too
had
much.
which we already covered. Too much. Yeah, I'd say too
Mm-hmm.
much. Maybe not even enough for some places. We already covered the PlayStation State of Play. We already did a whole video on that, as well as our reactions. Now we had a couple other presentations. Within the meantime, now we did not watch the Xbox showcase. I watched clips of the games that I wanted to watch. You know, like Crazy Taxi. But anyways, and then we definitely caught the state of play, and a lot to talk about there. It was a very great state of play, honestly. I
Mm-hmm.
think the first one in quite some time that Kojima was not physically at. A lot of people online were making a lot of jokes like,
Saw
"Oh
some
my god,
memes.
Kojima! Oh yes, Kojima and
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley are officially divorced. They're not divorced. They met up just after I think Kojima was out of town. And then yesterday morning we went ahead and we watched the Nintendo Direct. Uh, it put me Nintendo directly to sleep.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I am a huge Nintendo fan, but I gotta say they took the L this time around.
Yeah.
But where do we start? Let's start
Why
with
don't we start with the Nintendo Direct? Because I feel like that's the
just get it out of the
freshest.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
get out of
feel
the way.
like, just to kind of expand on what you said, I felt like it was kind of boring. They showed a whole bunch of stuff I don't care about, which, whatever.
Yeah,
But the things that I did care about, they really like breadcrumbed us. Like, that
yeah.
what Dusk Bloods, like they literally showed us like 5 seconds of video and we waited for that for like, I want to say almost 2 years
Over
now.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and what was my like summary of it? It was just blood, moon, rat boy, dusk bloods. Like it was almost like I would have rather they didn't show us anything, honestly. Like I really
yeah.
didn't like that. And then the Zelda trailer, I guess, was the other big highlight, and it was like hardly anything. And if anything, it started another talk like with Star Fox of like, oh, the design of the character is weird, and people like saying that he looks like a baby or something, but he's kind of supposed to look like a baby.
Yeah.
Like he's a little
I mean,
fairy child. But yeah,
a
I don't
child
know.
of no fairy.
Yeah.
I At least what we know for sure is that the announcement of Ocarina of Time
Yeah.
remake definitely confirms that all like the Nate the Hate leaks are real, because that was the one that I felt was the most far fetched. I was like, are they
Yeah.
really gonna remake Ocarina of Time? But no, they absolutely are. Now, the things that the positives to come from this is, yeah, Ocarina of Time remake. I'm okay with that. I think it's so funny because Ocarina of Time 3D and Star Fox 64 3D were like the definitive ways to play those games. I think
Mhm.
Ocarina of Time 3D was even a better version than the N64.
Yeah, because they fixed the
Um,
water temple.
they fixed the water temple. The graphics were nicer. It was really pretty. I mean, again, they were working with what they could with the N64,
Yeah.
and it's not a dig on the N64 version. The N64 version is still, by all means, a masterpiece. It was just like, hey, let's put a fresh coat of paint on it, just
Mhm.
do a couple tweaks and fixes. And it was nice. You could walk around. I was in high school at the time. I would take my 3DS everywhere and play Ocarina of Time. Now there are some positives out of this. We do have to address though. Yes, they breadcrumbed us. I just think that if you're gonna wait this long to see Dust Bloods, you should see more than what we saw. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
welcome to our presentation. Get ready for the next presentation where we actually show you. The same thing with
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time. Like, it's coming out this year, and this
Yeah.
is the Summer Games Fest. So why do we only just see like 5 seconds of Link sleeping? It doesn't make sense.
And if anything, it makes me more skeptical that it's even coming out this year because they showed us like
Yeah,
nothing. Like they could have at least have been like, let's see him in action a little bit. Like I don't know what they're waiting for unless
yeah,
that was like a last minute thing because they were like, we know people are waiting for Zelda. Let's just slap something together so they
yeah,
don't get mad at us. But now we're mad for different reasons.
yeah.
So yeah.
Maybe. maybe it's the general public's punishment because of the leaks, even though the general public had nothing to do with it. But yeah, it just really rubs me the wrong way when it's like, this is the announcement, this is the place to show it. This is Summer Games
Mm-hmm.
Fest. Show your big announcements. But they'll tell us the announcement. It's like, well, just get ready for the next presentation. Well, great, but you should have done it then. It is what it is. At least we're getting an Ocarina of Time remake this year. And one big positive is which I must have missed this. We watched a little bit of the Treehouse, but then we kind of tuned out. But then I didn't realize that there was a demo available for Star Fox on Switch
Oh yeah.
too. Let me say, I had a lot of freaking fun with it. They did a lot, and the only things to do is just the training mission and the Meteo mission. Both were freaking rad.
Mm-hmm.
Both were freaking rad. And the great thing is that Glitch watched me play it. We had another friend that watched me play it. A couple of friends actually watched me play it. I just kind of did it on a whim. I played it that morning, and it blew my mind. Like the 4K, the HDR, the surround sound, like hearing the sounds and all that were great. It controls buttery smooth. Like piloting the R Ring just feels amazing. And not only that, but they made the training mission part of the story,
Yeah, I
which
like
was
that.
actually yeah, they did, and I told Glitch, I was like, Glitch, you're gonna want to keep an ear out because they're gonna do something really
Yeah.
cool, and which they did. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. It's not even a big spoiler, but the little, which I thought was a bear, the little
Yeah, the
raccoon that does your
raccoon.
little trade. Yeah, I thought it was a bear in the original versions, and it gets it's a raccoon. He does like your training, teaches you the controls and all that. But like you see, like the Star Fox team is all like equipping with each other. Falco's being, Falco. Slippy just absolutely messes up, destroys your left wing. Um, and Peppy's just like, "Oh, I used to do this with your father." Like, stop talking about my father. And then Slippy just explodes his fucking plane. But basically, the little so Falco starts hacking into the simulation, which is on like a VR headset now. And then little raccoon's like, "Oh, you mess with me? Warranty voided. Good luck."
Yeah. Yeah, that was so cool.
And he literally, it was so cool. It was such a like a minor detail that anybody who played like the Star Fox SNES like would hear that and be like, that was the good look.
Mhm.
Um, and then the cool thing is that yes, in movement, which I'll say, the characters in movement, despite their having the crazy character models, doesn't bug me. I
Yeah.
actually think it's kind of cool. I like the updated little messages at the bottom, seeing the enemies being a little bit more realistic, and then I really like that when you finish the Meteo mission, keen Star Fox fans will remember there's a warp. Um, but there's two endings. You have the regular ending where you just fight the regular boss, and then there's the warp where you go into the warp zone. Now, both endings triggers a different cutscene, and for once, the Star Fox team actually acknowledges being in a warp. You used to just go
Yeah.
through a wormhole, and nobody thought anything about it.
It's like,
Um,
okay. We're here now.
yeah.
Uh,
Now the regular ending has General Pepper being kind of shady. He actually turns out he's got some secret intel that's being hidden in Ficina, which is I guess why Star Wolf and team want to go destroy it, plant the bomb. Now, if you get the alternate cutscene, he's like, "With your warp technology, we can go help our friends over at Katina. It's your choice. They're losing a battle, but you can help them." But they
yeah.
also subtly acknowledge the fact that he would prefer that you go to Ficina because of like the precious info that he has there. But at the same time, he acknowledges that Katina is losing a battle. That's the battle where you fight with Bill and help with the alien spaceship. And
The
so
best
like
part of the game.
canonically, yeah, canonically speaking, General Pepper kind of knew that his guys were gonna die, but he was more focused on protecting his secret intel. Like
Mhm.
that's something we didn't see in the games. That's something we don't
Politics.
like ever acknowledge. So I'm cool with like these alternate cutscenes and story. It's actually really dope.
Yeah, it's nice to have it be like almost like a moral decision instead of just like, are you
Yeah,
going left or right? You know? But
it's
yeah,
so cool. It's so cool.
I like that. I think we talked about it a little bit that it was sort of like the experience I had with the remake of Oblivion. I was like, this is the
Yeah,
same. This is what I thought it looked like back then, except it's like now and it just looks so good. Or like I put my glasses on and suddenly it's just like, whoa.
yeah,
Yeah, and the sounds are the same. Like to me, just looking at it, I feel like it's very true to the original in a way that I will enjoy, and not in a way that I feel
Yeah,
like Metal Gear Snake Eater, like it's really good, but you can tell that it's an old game. Like, you know,
yeah,
the scene to scene thing, and you have one room. Like, I don't know. It feels like, even though it looks modern, it feels kind of dated, and I feel like Star Fox isn't really going to feel that way from what I can see anyways. So, yeah.
yeah. And I'm really excited because the full game comes out on the 25th. It comes out soon in a couple
Yeah.
weeks, and I'm gonna be playing the shit out of this game. I'm gonna do the hard path first because I always do the hard path. But like, I can't wait to see the other paths. And like, there's other ways to go help fight with Bill. You don't necessarily need to do the warp from Meteo. There's other paths to go down. So I want to see what exactly does General Pepper know about the fight with Bill? Does he want you to go elsewhere? So yeah, and uh, kind of as a joke, as we were hanging out yesterday, I just brought up the old Super Nintendo Star Fox as a joke, and then of course I beat it in just one go. I died a little bit at
Because
the
you're
end, but
amazing.
but I want to acknowledge the fact that playing the Super Nintendo Star Fox, it does feel like a lonely space adventure. Like you kind of like the echoes of space. You're just this team, like and they're really recreating that vibe in the remake, and I really like it. I really have no complaints other than maybe Rob 64 sounds a little too friendly.
Hmm.
But which is that even a complaint? That's just a nitpick. So if all I have is nitpicks, then this game's gonna be freaking great. Um, but yeah, no, I think that was a key positive takeaway from the direct yesterday. We didn't need to see more Star Fox. No, we got to play more Star
Yeah.
Fox, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no. But other than that, Nintendo Direct was mostly just kind of smaller announcements. Fire Emblem fans are going to be eating pretty healthy. I think the new Fire Emblem does look really good. Now
Hmm.
I have not played a Fire Emblem since the GameCube one, so I'm a little iffy with that. But the new one looks good, so I think that's going to be fun.
It's funny because I've played all of the ones since the GameCube one. I have the GameCube one, but I never got around to playing it. But every single one after that, I have played.
Oh yeah,
So that's funny.
um, that is funny.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think that kind of wraps up our thoughts on the Nintendo Direct. Now, do we want to go back in time? Do you want to go state of play, or do you want me to talk a little Xbox?
Let's do Xbox maybe because I feel like State of Play is more exciting. Hmm.
Yeah. So, if you guys haven't seen, Crazy Taxi is coming back, and we've talked about this a little bit on the podcast previously. Is that back in the Game Awards 2023? What seemed like a very lame announcement ended up being one of the absolute coolest. You just see a bunch of guys just chilling, in a room. We not really know what's going on, but that's when Sega decided that, oh, we are so back. Sega is so back. They announced that they're doing a new Crazy Taxi, a new Jet Set Radio, and I love Jet Set Radio. New Golden Axe, a new a lot of other games too. But they were kind of quiet. I think there was like a supposed master collection that was supposed to come out. Which I guess I missed the mark on that. I missed the news on that. However, we're now seeing these games come out. We're seeing both well, Crazy Taxi is coming out, I believe this year. No, early next year, I want to say. Crazy thing is the Offspring is back to do the music, and it had such a fantastic trailer where you
That's
just see
cool.
this guy. Yeah, you just see this guy who's just putting his little stand of merchandise together on the street, and then he just looks at it real happy, and then you just see the Crazy Taxi zip by and go, yeah, 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 and then destroys his
Hmm.
stand. But that's the pure energy in that is great, and I am really excited to see Crazy Taxi come back, and I'm excited to see Sega doing good, man. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see like when the day that Jet Set Radio comes back, I am not going to stop talking about it. Like Glitch, you're gonna have to mute me. I'm gonna keep on going, and I'm just gonna turn into some cyberpunk kind of looking dude, and I'm gonna start skating, and you're gonna see me skate off my balcony or something. I'll probably break two legs.
Okay.
Um,
Well, then you'll be very
but
cyberpunk because you'll need your legs replaced with robot legs. Yeah.
ooh, that's true. But I digress. It was really cool to see it. What other Xbox state of play? I mean, um, we got some other announcements. I do apologize, Xbox fans. I didn't watch it. Oh, we got Gears of War E-Days coming out, which is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Apparently
I
not
oh,
on
you know what?
PlayStation, from what I heard.
It's apparently got a what?
Apparently not on PlayStation. I think I heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really gonna have to dial back to this because yeah, we're getting a new Metro game, Metro 2039. I am a huge fan of the Metro games. I think 2033 was an absolute classic game. Very, post-apocalyptic, post-nuclear war. I really should have paid more attention because I didn't. Of course, Fable's coming out. We already know
Mm-hmm.
about Fable.
Delayed.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is coming out on Switch too. That's actually pretty rad. Um, and then I can't believe I didn't look this up. Castlevania Belmont's Curse. Um, yeah, we're getting a new Castlevania game. It looks like it's not exclusive to Xbox, but it was announced on Xbox. Sorry, excuse me as I burp into the microphone. I hope that didn't actually pick up.
I can
Um,
edit it out if it did.
Release it. Release the burp cut. Yeah, so it looks like this one. This actually looks really cool. I forgot her name. Yeah, Sypha. It looks like it stars Sypha, which is actually really cool. Yeah, I'd play this game. I freaking love Castlevania. Am I good at Castlevania? No. Do I enjoy playing them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
Yeah, I can
yeah,
never
we got
keep
some good.
track of like where I've been and where I'm supposed to go, and
Yeah,
but I like hitting stuff.
I think Super Castlevania 4 is a fantastic game, but I cannot get very far in it. There is a particular castle where everything's just kind of waving around. And OG Castlevania fans from the 90s would probably think I'm just a complete wimp. Well, guess what? You're right. But it's been a while since I've revisited that game. I played that one on the Super Nintendo Classic. So that was like 8 years ago. So I'm going to have to pick it up again and try it again. But
Did you
yeah,
ever
new
play that
Castlevania game is always
terrible
nice.
Nintendo 64 one?
Is that the one where they're on the motorcycles, the skeletons?
I don't remember. There's like a magic girl and like a sword
Yeah.
boy, and I just remember it was really awful. And but I played the whole thing. Yeah,
I don't know. Magic Girl, Sword Boy, and Motorcycle Skeleton sounds fucking rad, but I have
yeah,
seen the game and it is not great.
yeah.
Yeah, but I will not be picking that one up. Um, yeah, it was a kind of a good fight back then too, because you had two different Castlevania games that came out. You had the one on PS1, and then you
Said
had
Symphony of
N64.
the Night.
Symphony of the Night, yes,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think that one I
N64.
played.
Yeah, and it's so
Hmm.
funny because N64 was trying to clown, Nintendo was trying to clown like our Castlevania games in 3D. Looks like Symphony of the Night is
Yeah, it
still in
was
2D.
not
And
good.
then turns out Symphony Night was leagues upon
Yeah.
leagues better than that one. So interesting, but excited. Um yeah, so my apologies, Xbox fans. We slept through this one, but I'm gonna have to say that this one was probably better than Nintendo anyway. So I'll give you that. I'll give
Yeah.
you that.
Hmm.
Um
Other than a few
Now dialing
highlights.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna dial back to the state of play. We don't have a format today. There is just so much news in gaming that we're just gonna speak.
What,
We have a lot to
freeform? Is
go
that
off
what
of.
that's called?
The
Freeform?
free form
Yeah.
jazz, yes. Um Now we want to talk about the state of play. This is the first state of play in a while that we didn't get a Muppet. We did not get a
Yeah, we
Muppet. We
got
didn't get
the
no.
jigsaw guy instead.
We got
What's his name? Billy or something?
Billy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, little jigsaw guy on his little tricycle. Actually,
Yeah.
tricycled up to Jeff Keighley to announce a new Saw game.
Mhm.
Um, that was interesting. Yeah, we and yeah, no
Multiplayer
Muppets,
saw
but we got
game,
Jigsaw.
if I remember correctly.
Multiplayer Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, if yeah, isn't it that like one person is like the mastermind and the others are
I don't
like
know.
the victims?
I didn't catch
Um,
that.
I didn't know. I didn't even know there were Saw games. You said you played or seen some Saw
Yeah,
games in the
there's
past.
one that like I heard about that in the tutorial, depending on if you survive or not, you get the good or bad ending. So like if you survive, you get the bad ending cuz like you're like, "Oh, I'm supposed to live," but apparently if you survive the tutorial, it means that the other character was the one that was like trying to survive against you. So you basically killed them in the beginning of the game. So like you get a bad ending and it makes no sense and everybody got mad. That got mad.
That's
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
wonky, man. Like, why just
Yeah.
throw the story like that? Like, why even play the game at that point?
Like, I guess, it's a twist, but, it's nice when the twists are enjoyable and not frustrating.
Yeah,
But
That's
yeah.
just odd. But yeah, this new Saw game looks promising. I'm not sure if I'll pick it up, but I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it.
Mhm.
Honestly, it just yeah, we got a lot of games announced at the Summer Games Fest. Again, who was also not present was Kojima.
Yeah.
Kojima was not present, and Jeff Keighley and Kojima are like, peanut butter and jelly. I think Kojima just had like some project he was working on that he was out of the country. Um, but lots of memes of like, are they divorced? Did they break up? Oh my god! And then they got lunch as soon as Kojima flew back to the States and was like, they're back together again, which I thought was, the memes are funny. I think Jeff Keighley is kind of in a spot where there's just a lot of respect for him now. Like, you know, game journalists and all that. And, is he a nepo baby? Yes, but he treats his work very respectfully, and he's done a lot for games. Like, yeah, I know, like, rest in peace to his dad, who is a legend in IMAX. But like, I feel like just his family has done so much for media. Like, his parents worked on IMAX. Now we can all enjoy IMAX movies. His dad, the new IMAX camera is named after his dad, the Keeley camera. And then look
Mhm.
at Jeff Keeley now. Like, has he had some years where his game awards suck? Yeah. Has he had times where he missed the mark? Yeah. But he
Yeah.
always keeps going forward and learning from mistakes and offering, so many voices to small time developers, keeping the summer games alive. When E3 went away, he just said,
Yeah.
we're doing Summer Games Fest. And like E3 was something I caught ever since I was a kid. And it's such a huge place in my heart. So when E3 went away, Jeff Keighley came in and said, "Nope, we're doing Summer Games Fest. We're doing exactly
Mhm.
what E3 did for developers, and we'll do even more." And I just feel like there's just so much respect for Jeff Keighley now. Like, he's so high regarded. There's times where I was mad at him, but I got to say right now, I think he's so well regarded, and the memes are great. All hail the Dorito Pope.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but it
remember
was a good summer
like
game.
I remember like back when like people were really like, "Who is this guy? Why is he doing this?" And they were like mad about it. But I feel like he's really earned his place, and I
Oh,
really
absolutely.
enjoy that they stopped doing that playing people off with music like the Oscars thing. Like
Yeah.
that really bothered me, and well, it bothered a lot of people. But yeah, just
Yeah.
to kind of add to your point that you made of him improving things as he goes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it was a
Um
really good Summer Games Fest. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, which games were you most excited about from that? For me, I think it would have been, well, obviously Control, but I think
Control.
Resident Evil Code Veronica, that was Summer Games
Yes.
Fest. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that was very exciting. Even though like the audio was like lagging, it made it a little bit less
Yeah.
enjoyable. But I'm really excited that it seems they're really gonna like make it a mainline game now. People always kind of saw it before as like a spin-off game, but they're
Yeah.
like, no, this is a main game, and it seems like they're adding a lot of story to it, and
That was the
I'm
first
really looking
announcement
forward
too.
to it. Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah, I've always known of Code Veronica, but it's just kind of like an out there game because it's like, it's hard to get by. It's not really, no, you can't play it on any modern consoles right now, right?
Yeah, I think it was like PS2 Dreamcast or something.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for Resident Evil fans to get a remake of Code Veronica. That's honestly awesome. It was such a good first game to show off too,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, everybody was very hype. I also like how they know to like cue in the audience reaction at the right time. And like, I gotta say, the audience was like, that was no laugh track, that was no cheer track, that was like
Mhm.
genuinely the audience being extremely fucking happy and shocked and surprised that
Yeah.
this was coming out. So like, by all means, that was a great reveal. um I do want to talk about another reveal that we already know is getting people to scratch their chin, scratch their head, and be like, "What the hell is going on?" So, which I didn't realize that this game has already been announced. That's already been trailers and all that. Stranger Than Heaven,
Oh, yeah.
Stranger Than Heaven. I didn't know about this game. I didn't know there was a trailer that actually came out last month, but Japanese crime boss kind of game that takes place across multiple decades, and Snoop Dogg is attached to the project, which I didn't know. Um, I saw a trailer that came out last month that had more, he was more prominent in it. I don't really know what's going on with this game. I don't feel like
And
anybody knows what's going on with this
and
game.
who
But
else is in it?
as you guys, if you didn't already know, which is kind of crazy because this one
Mhm.
actually transcends, people that I know who don't even play games or keep up with games
Transcends the
were,
underworld
yeah,
or
or
heaven
the
or
whatever
whatever.
world,
Yeah.
the heaven, the whatever world, the reality. Um, Tupac shows up,
Yeah,
and you literally
obviously.
just like look. Yeah, you look into this corner and like you just see like a figure walking in through the shadows, and it's very clearly Tupac. And I think everybody had just an insane reaction to that. The audience had an insane reaction. We had an insane reaction.
Yeah.
Like literally, like
I was like, is this for the
why
same
and
game?
how? Yeah, and
Yeah.
like it was just like, so obviously everybody, like, even like Jeff Keighley, who probably already knew that it was happening,
Yeah.
was just kind of like shocked, and like everybody was just kind of like a moment of shock. It's like, can you do this? Why are you doing
Mhm.
this? How are you doing this? But thankfully they did it in a better way, and the best way possible. Because like if you put Tupac in a game, it's questionable. But Snoop Dogg
Mhm.
came onto stage, he talked to the developer and talked to Jeff Keighley in the audience, and he said, hey. I've been attached to this project for a while now. This is a Sega project. I personally, because he talks to the Tupac estate. He knows the family and all them. He personally talked to the Tupac estate and made it happen. He got their blessing, their approval. And apparently, so far, the announcement is that it's not AI. They are using actors to play Tupac. So it's no AI Tupac in the game. Because if that was the case, I'd be freaking pissed.
Yeah.
But no, Snoop Dogg talked to the state, got their approval, got their blessing. It's not AI. Um, it's still a little questionable of what this game is going to be, how they're going to do it, and what Snoop Dogg's roles and Tupac's role is going to be at. But there is a theory out there, and I think I really like this theory. The game is called Stranger Than Heaven. So the theory is that the main person you play as, which I'm still not sure who that is, especially because the game takes place over decades. They're saying that the person that you play as has the power to talk to people that are in heaven. So maybe for whatever reason he's talking to Tupac from heaven and communicating to Tupac from heaven. I feel like that'd also be like of course the family would want to give their approval for that because it's like they're being
Mhm.
respectful to him. And like, yeah, he got shot and he's been gone for a long time. But for a role with him, but he's in heaven, but like maybe guiding somebody or like helping them out. I actually think that's freaking cool.
Mhm.
And like, I'm still questioning how they're doing this and why. But if that's the case, that's actually really cool. But it, it,
Yeah.
it begs the question of like, is it okay to revive, celebrities that are dead? It's just still a fine line, you know?
Yeah, before Snoop Dogg came out on the stage and they were like, "We'd like to welcome somebody," I was like, "Please don't be a hologram of Tupac. Please don't be a hologram of Tupac." Like, I was so worried. Like, but yeah,
My
no, it was
goodness.
fine. It was just Snoop. So yeah, I was so scared of that. I was like, how weird is this gonna get? But yeah, apparently we're not there yet, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go into this hoping for the best and expecting the
Yeah,
best, and
yeah,
they can
100%.
disappoint me from there. But yeah, I think it'll be good. Like if everybody's on board like that, like, even if I'm kind of like, that's weird, like, it's the family that wants
Yeah,
that.
the
So
family gave approval.
yeah. And Snoop.
And Snoop,
Yeah,
yeah.
which is
Um,
important.
the game itself looks very stylized. I like a stylized game. I like when you got, good music going on, kind of like a vintage film kind of feel. I am trying to burp, but there's no burp. I don't know. We are very
Yeah, we're
burpy
both
today.
struggling with that today.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe I should
drinking
drink
a
some
a
water.
drink with
Remember
bubbles in
to,
it.
and mine has no bubbles, but remember to drink your water, audience at home.
Yeah, hydration
Um,
break.
all the cells in your body will thank you. Um, Speaking of cells, we did not get a Spore reboot.
Yeah,
I think I was the only one who wanted that.
I saw a lot of people talking about that, like hoping for
I was just making
Spore.
a joke.
Well, no,
I was
I
just making a
actually
joke.
there's been a lot of talk about Spore lately that people want a
I love
new one.
Spore.
Yeah,
I think okay, we're talking about sport on the podcast. I'm happy. Okay, so
Sporecast.
um, I love Spore. I adore that game. I adore, especially the Galactic Adventures add-on. But I only really like the PC Spore. That being said, there was a DS Spore that was eh. There was a Wii Spore
There
that
was
was
a
eh.
DS
I think I
Spore.
sold it. Yeah, there was a DS Spore.
I've totally missed that.
Could have sworn there was, unless it's
Yeah,
like some kind
it
of
must have been
Spore
very
Mandela
basic,
effect.
just like Tamagotchi type thing.
Yeah, Spore creatures. Yeah. Oh, it actually was very basic. It just looks like just
Yeah, okay, just like feed your creature, watch it evolve. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. And then
Sporagachi.
there was a Spore on the Wii. Now, I just think Spore is I love it. It looks wonky now, but also like, I would like to see a reboot of that,
It's
especially, if
stylized
EA
wonky
wanted
though.
to. Yeah, yeah.
No.
And especially once you get to the space stage, it's really nice. It feels very like 2001 A Space Odyssey, and it's very like kind of like lonely kind of Cowboy Bebop feels when you're just kind of going through each planet. If you want to be friends with them, conquer them, or then pirates are trying to blow up your ship. Um, but I would be like, the biggest thing that I have to say within the last um state of play and direct is that we are seeing a lot of remakes, but at least we're seeing good remakes. I would love to see Spore come back. I know I thought I'd be the only person to even think that or
No.
say that, but
At least not
yeah.
the crowd that shows up on my feed.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, at least I don't have that crowd yet. Ugh. But yeah. What other were key takeaways from the state of play?
um
Because there's a lot to talk about. I'm just kind of trying to collect my
We
thoughts
saw
here.
more stuff from Control. That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the game. Like, I'm not even gonna like hold back on my excitement because I don't think they're gonna disappoint me. I saw a really cool video of like actual gameplay, and they're like literally like flipping, like it looked like kind of an office, and they're like walking on the wall, walking on the side, walking on the ceiling, and it just like keeps flipping, sort of like Paper Mario did a few times. It was really cool. I'm so excited.
I really
What
need to
else
visit
was
this franchise
exciting from
considering
that?
it's not that there's a lack of exciting, is that there's just so much
Yeah, there was
exciting
so
that came
much that
from there's just so much.
yeah.
Um, we saw a little bit of some DLC for Street Fighter 6,
Oh
getting
yeah,
some
Tifa.
getting some
Yeah.
Final Fantasy characters, which is pretty cool. And then with the note of Final Fantasy being on the lingering, what did we get?
Oh
We
yeah, the new
got
game. Yeah.
the third and final entry of the
What
retelling
was
of
it?
Final Fantasy
Revelation
7.
or something?
Revelations, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, it's coming out early next year, I believe.
Yeah, I gotta finish Rebirth because like I don't want spoilers. Everybody's talking about the game, and like I
Yeah,
almost got one. They're like, we didn't like how so and so's death scene was handled, and I'm like, no, no, don't look at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very exciting to see that, especially because I still have Intergrade. I still have not put it in my Switch, and I need to just play it. Trying to discipline myself in playing games. But then again, when I play a game, I want to play what I want to play. You guys, obviously, we do this podcast because we care about the games industry, and but we're also not paid or sponsored or
Yeah.
anything. We just do this for the love of the game. That being said, um, I could have been playing Final Fantasy VII last night. Instead, I played Star Fox and Donkey Kong. Why? Because why not?
I think I started my
um,
playthrough like 6 months ago, and I just
yeah.
stopped after 2 episodes. But yeah, like I have so many
um,
games right now that I have to play. I haven't even opened Death Stranding 2, and I love Hideo Kojima, and I love the first one,
yeah,
and I love Metal Gear, and it's still got the shrink wrap on it or whatever you call it. Um,
yeah,
um
and yeah. It's just it's we love these games so much, but it's a lot,
mhm. Yeah, and too, like,
um,
personally, I hate it when people do reviews of games that they've only played for, like, 4 hours and they're not finished
yeah,
yet, and, like, we're gonna be going a little slow with stuff. Like, I still haven't finished
yeah,
Mouse PI, I haven't finished Saros, but, yeah.
yeah. Mouse PI, I am keeping an eye on. I'm gonna get back to it, but I do want them to update the aiming a little bit better on the
Mhm.
Switch too. I think it's a fantastic game, and they already announced that they're gonna do some quality of life updates.
Yeah, there was a update a
And
little while ago, but I took a quick look, and it
yeah,
didn't look like they did anything for the aiming or gyro or anything.
not yet, but they
Yeah.
did say they're gonna do some tweaking and that there's a couple more updates that'll be out.
Mhm.
To piggyback, I'm looking at my list here and I'm just realizing there's just so much to talk about at Summer Games Fest. To piggyback off of Mouse PI, remember what other classic looking game got announced?
Classic looking game.
They're getting a new Cuphead.
Oh,
In
yeah,
fact, two new
duh.
Cupheads. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your control.
um, that is my control. Oh my
Yeah.
god. We are getting a new Cuphead. It is gonna probably take a few years, but respectfully, because just like the original Cuphead, every single animation, asset, sprite, and everything was all
Mhm.
hand drawn. Now everything is going to be
Like
hand
Hollow
drawn for
Knight.
the new one. Yeah, like Hollow Knight.
Mhm.
The only thing that they do differently is they color it digitally, which
And animating
that's
on
more than
2s.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It is it's colored digitally, but it's hand drawn. So every single little everything is hand drawn. And then they announced that they're doing a little Cuphead spin-off, little 8-bit looking one. Supposedly, this one can actually be played on one of the old consoles.
Oh,
Hold on here. It's an 8-bit action platformer. It comes in a super like retro looky kind of 80s feel. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be I don't know if you can actually play it. I don't it's supposed to be like a game that you find on the Sega Master System. That's what it's kind of feel for.
okay.
Um I saw something about being able to play it on the old yeah, there's some speculation that they might release it for the Master System, which I'd be actually really cool. Um I just don't know how accurate or
I
if
don't
that
even know
is
what
up to
that
date as
is.
of right now. Sega Master System was an old Sega console before the Genesis that came out in the 80s.
Oh,
It was cartridge based. They had very plain looking cartridge, little designs on it. But yeah, no, but yeah, so it's supposed to think late 80s is basically what they're going for. But that's the spin-off. I might play it just for the sake of it's a Cuphead, but we are getting a huge new Cuphead within the next few years. I don't know how soon that's going to be. If it takes 5 years for it to happen, let it take 5 years because
yeah.
Cuphead itself is already a masterpiece. It took years upon years to make. So yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care if I'm 35 years old. Uh, but
That'd be horrible being 35 years old. I
the
don't think I'm getting
horrors.
Elder Scrolls until I'm like 50.
Yeah, I we haven't seen any Elder Scrolls anything
Yeah,
but couple other new cool ones is um we got that Star Wars XCOM looking game. Remember that one?
kind
The
of,
Star
yeah.
Wars game, but
Oh,
it
the
kind of
one that
yeah,
was
with
isometric, right?
the cool cutscenes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
right. Okay. Yeah,
That one
that
looked
looked
pretty
kind of cool.
cool. Yeah, and like the cutscenes were pretty
I
rad.
do
What
enjoy
else we got?
isometric games.
Yeah. Like
Hmm.
Fire Emblem, XCOM, and all that. So we're getting a Star Wars version of that. So
Wasteland,
that's cool.
Divinity, Baldur's Gate.
Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Um, but another one that I kind of took my eye, which I'm not a follower of this franchise. I know of it. The new Virtua Fighter looked really sick.
Mm.
I gotta say, I think the new Virtua Fighter looked really cool, very stylized. They did something
Oh, sorry.
nice where oh, am I boring you?
No,
Oh,
I'm
sorry. I'll
just
talk
I'm
about
really tired.
Smash Brothers. No, it's all good. I'm just being mean. Um, Virtua Fighter looked really cool, and it did something where like I'm not familiar with the Virtua Fighter characters. I know of the franchise, never played it, but like when I watched the trailer at Summer Game Fest, it actually did something successful. It actually got me to care about the characters that are
Oh,
on screen that I have no idea or no context I've never seen before.
mhm.
So I might actually dip my toes into some Virtua Fighter. Because why not? I mean, it looks fun. It seems appealing to me. I might want to play it. Um, but man, Alien Isolation, you
Oh,
played the
yes.
original one, right?
Yes. I didn't finish it because it was so scary and I was playing so many games. But yeah, it's like it is really scary and the main character is Ripley's daughter. So it's like it's supposed to be canon. I think
Oh,
they
really?
confirmed it with the new Alien thing they did. Yeah. It's Ellen Ripley, I think, or something.
No
Or
way.
Amy or something. Amanda, something, I don't remember. It's Ripley's
Ripley's
daughter.
daughter.
Yeah, and she's like looking for her, so she goes off on this ship, and they end up at a space station where there happens to be aliens, hence the title. And like I got far enough that I started running into the creepy android people, but it was so scary. Like that alien is scary, and you're like hiding from it, and like I don't know,
Yeah,
hiding from stuff is like the most scary thing for me. And the aliens are really
yeah.
smart, and they like learn kind of like, yeah, it's really hard. I'm gonna go back
I
to it
want my
soon though.
aliens to learn.
Yeah, I
so
want dumb aliens.
they kind of learn
Mhm.
like how you play and like how you hide and fight
Yeah,
then, right?
so from what I understood, you can't like do the same thing over and over. Like they get like smarter. So yeah. So if you hide
They
under
did that with
tables all the time, they'll start looking for you under tables, from what I understand. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
that that sounds scary for me too.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
yeah.
could do that. I know Mr. Freeze did that in one of the Batman Arkham games, so
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah.
good. AI learning right there.
Yeah,
That's
and you
actually really
couldn't
sick.
hurt him the same way more than twice or something, or
Yeah,
more than once. Yeah, I
that's actually
remember
really
that. That
sick.
was
So,
I got stuck because I was like, "What's the last way?"
um, the viewers at home, I got to give Glitch a lot of credit because when we were watching the Summer Games Fest, I don't know how she did it. I don't know if she can read minds or knew the future. Just called out
Oh,
every
jeez.
single game before it happened.
Yeah,
Like called out every single game
even
before it
Stellar
happened. I'm
Blade,
like, there's a
even
delay.
though it
Oh
didn't really look
gosh.
like a Stellar Blade. I got vibes.
Yeah, and yeah, there's like a new Stellar Blade game, but she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is Stellar Blade." I'm like, and I'm just like, "Wow, look at the city. The city looks good."
Yeah,
She's
the
just seeing
city
Stellar
looks
Blade.
great. I have
Yeah,
nothing to complain about with the city. The city
yeah, the
looked
good,
amazing.
good city, good
Yeah.
city. Yeah. Another one that you caught on, which unexpected, but this is also really cool. We're just seeing, a little bit of like a nighttime outside. There's like a sewer that's seen, and then Glitch here is just like, "Oh yeah, is this Ninja
Oh,
Turtles?"
yeah.
I'm like, "Glitch,
I was just
this is Ninja
joking.
Turtles." And you're just like, "No, you were just joking." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "No, Glitch, this
I
is
was like,
Ninja
"Oh,
Turtles." Like,
manhole, it's Ninja Turtles."
yeah, and I was like slowly like hearing the music and thinking like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they're doing like the last Ronin thing." And I was like, "Glitch, this is Ninja Turtles." And then
Yeah,
you
I
just see
was like,
Ninja
"What? Are you
Turtles.
making fun of me?"
No, it
Uh,
actually is Ninja Turtles. They're doing the
yeah, because
last
I said
Ronin.
that, and then I, like, zoned out because I was like, "Oh, this seems like it might be boring," and then you're like, "It is Ninja Turtles." I was like, "What?"
It's like you're not
Uh,
crazy, you're just right.
yeah.
Um, and then another good takeaway is Hex. Um, I believe they were the same people that no, I'm not thinking of Hex. Well, Hex was pretty cool. Hex was like giant I don't know what Hex was going on with. Do you remember Hex? Remember all like the
Uh,
pillars and everything?
the name sounds remember the what?
Like the pillars that came out of like the ground and everything.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah, I
Hex.
kinda remember that. Was that the thing with, like, the cube or whatever? They had, like, a
Yeah,
cube
I'm
and they were
getting
doing
Hex.
puzzles or something,
Yeah, I'm getting Hex confused with another
and they spelled hex
game that
weird.
caught my eye. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
It was
Hayeks.
like high
Hayeks.
X. Yeah.
Hayeks.
Hex.
Who's your favorite actress? Selma Hayeks. Um,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we
trying to find.
forgot to mention, in the PlayStation Direct, Until Dawn 2. Speaking of me
Yes,
calling
that's
out
correct.
things, because I was like, "It's Neil Newbon, it's Peter Stormare. Oh, it's this person. It looks kinda like The
Yes,
Quarry," and then, wait,
literally.
it's the actors from Until Dawn, but it doesn't look like Until Dawn. But, yeah, so that'd be cool.
And then it was Until Dawn. That was yeah.
Yeah.
Stop. Can you please accurately say, "Oh, this game looks like
Spore.
a Spore"?
Yeah, okay, I'll do that next time. I'll just choose the most
um,
ridiculous game and be like, "Hey, look, it's Spore."
yeah. The game I wanted to mention was Gen Atlas, which is the new game from the creators of like Ico, Shadow of the Colossus. This one looks really good. I do enjoy those games. I actually
Yeah.
watched a friend growing up just beat the entirety of Shadow of the Colossus. But these are very good, you know, masterful kind of games. Or they're very artistic. They're very good. So looks like their next one is called Gen Atlas. Looks like you are going to be controlling some robots, even some giant robots, and it kind of feels like the empty kind of like vibe as like Shadow of the Colossus, where like you just have this big world, but it's just you and the giant colossi. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Um,
think
but it looks
Colossi.
colossi. That it looks very interesting, and I definitely want to keep my eye on this game. That being said, anytime you're gonna have a new game from these developers, it's gonna be pretty
Mhm.
good. Because what was the last one they had? I did play the
The
last one,
Last
but it's been
Guardian,
like
I
10 years.
think?
Last Guardian, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Um,
fun. It was a little janky, but it was fun.
these games are pretty janky, like
Yeah.
especially like on Shadow of the Colossus. I literally opted to not use the horse because the horse controls were so jank. So I literally just ran to each Colossus and just had the horse follow me like some kind of heathen that I am.
I remember you said
Um,
that a little while ago, and I was like, "There was a horse in that game? I can't even remember that," because I know I played it. I totally forgot there even was a horse because I don't think I used the horse either.
I just the controls were janky because they re-released Shadow of the Colossus, I believe, for PS3. Yes, they did, and
Mhm.
I replayed it on PS3, and the controls were still jank. And I'm
And
just
then they
like, well,
released it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the controls were still jank, and I'm like, I love this game. I enjoyed watching my friend play it when I was a kid.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I just can't get over the jankiness.
Yeah, it's like that Zelda game. Which one was that? Skyward Sword, where you keep like
Oh
with the
yeah.
up and then down, and you're like, no, pick it up. Like that kind of jank. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, they're still fantastic games regardless. I enjoy
mhm.
them. I just can't get past the jank. But maybe I just need to get good. Maybe I think the Colossus should just show up at my doorstep, 70 feet tall, knock on my door with like one finger, and I open it and I just look up like, hello? Just one Colossus saying,
I have
"Sneaking,
nightmares like
get
that.
good," and then
It's
just
just
walks away.
wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're talking about
That's
Dark Souls or something.
You
Get
can deal with that.
good.
I'm not a Soulsborne
Yeah.
person. The only
Mhm.
Soulsborne I enjoy is Cuphead, so
Yeah. Well, I feel like
but
that's more
yeah,
of like a Metroidvania type thing, or no? Maybe I'm getting
mm,
my game types wrong.
it
Uh-huh.
it can be, I guess,
Yeah.
but
Like, well, at
yeah.
least the way the levels are designed or whatever. But
Uh, well, they're more kind of boss based. Yeah, they have some side scroller levels, but I'm not the
mhm.
biggest fans of those. And there's like some like you know sometimes you might have to go back to an area, but it's mostly pretty linear. But yeah. God, there's a lot on the table, lots to eat
Mhm.
with games lately. Am I missing anything? I'm sure I am, but
Um, do you have a list there? Like,
no, I purposely
oh, I
didn't have
thought
a
you were
list because
looking
there's
at a
so much to
list.
write. I'm looking at
Nothing
just
that
the
like
sources and announcements.
Code Veronica, Control. I feel like those are the big ones for me. And then like things
Yeah,
that were other game showcases. Um
yeah, it's just so much to talk about here.
but what I do find interesting, or at least I didn't watch the Xbox one, I'm sure people will talk about it though, that like no Grand Theft Auto shown
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But they kinda don't
Um,
have to. Like, I feel like they don't even really need to market it if they didn't want to, even though they're
they
probably gonna spend
don't.
$1 billion on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, nothing. Not even like a
Now,
here's 5 like we got 20 minutes of God of War, but no Grand
yeah.
Theft Auto. Uh-uh.
Now, we talked about this in our last episode. I don't remember if it was the actual PlayStation episode or if it was just our like thoughts afterward. But like it's so funny because Grand Theft Auto is just really just a shark right now in the waters, and like
Yeah,
nobody wants to announce any November releases. It's
yeah.
either a September release, which that's how something we also are kind of struggling
It's
with, is there's
all
so many
September
September
26th
releases.
or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
nobody dare touch November, and then everything else is all being delayed to early next year. Like we just talked about this
Unless it's
last
Nintendo, because
recording.
Nintendo doesn't really care apparently.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
But we just talked about this. I do want to touch on that though. Well, we talked about this last time, and like I believe I can't remember which game I mentioned, but some games are actually being delayed till
Yeah,
next year because they
Fable.
do not want to release. Yes, Fable.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. They're being delayed because they don't want to be in the same release as Grand Theft Auto, which is in November. So, and we saw this in real time. All the games getting announced is all September at the latest and January at the earliest. So
Mhm.
they're just all these little fish are trying to swim around the shark because they don't want to be associated with the shark. Now there is one game that dare be released in November. That's right, you heard it.
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla Monsters All Star Brawl.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? No, I have the game. I literally have the game for GameCube. Sorry, Destroy All Monsters. Of course, I've
Yeah.
literally seen the movie Destroy All Monsters. It's sick. Um, but yeah, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, the other Melee that came out for GameCube, is being remastered. That game is sick, man. Played it a bunch as a kid, other people's houses, and then I eventually bought it in college. But that's the one game that dare go against Grand Theft Auto. It's like, you know what? I feel like that's safe enough. That's not
Yeah.
a. It's just a remake of a
It's very
GameCube game.
niche. Like
Yeah, you just play as Godzilla. You can slap your tail around, throw a building at King Ghidorah. That's fine, but uh, good job, Godzilla, for going against Grand Theft Auto.
mhm. Godzilla wouldn't
The
be
other
scared of Grand Theft Auto.
wouldn't care, dude.
Yeah.
Like shit. I feel like if any city that Godzilla would spare, it'd be Vice City. He'd probably put on his little big old purple sunglasses, just chill out on the beach.
No.
So yeah. Godzilla and Vice City, they vibe with each other. That being said, it also begs the question, going dialing it back to Nintendo right now, we know that Ocarina of Time is getting a remake. We already talked about it on this podcast today. However, I forgot. People made the great point: is Nintendo ballsy enough to release Ocarina of Time remake in November?
Maybe that's why we didn't see a lot of it, because it would have
Yeah,
been maybe kind of dicey. Although I did see a whole bunch of people on threads today say that they canceled their Grand Theft Auto pre-order because they want Zelda. So
really.
yeah, so
That
maybe the hubris from Nintendo is warranted.
that's kind of insane because, like,
Yeah,
like, do I think
like it's
that
neat that it's the same fan base.
it really, because we know we're getting Ocarina of Time this year. I just wish they gave us more information. But it's also
Yeah,
like, would Nintendo actually want a release to compete with Grand Theft Auto? Now, let's be honest here. Nintendo is not beating Grand Theft Auto when it comes to Ocarina of Time versus Grand Theft Auto. It's not happening. But could they potentially throttle the release? Yeah.
well,
I
it's
mean, Ocarina of
potentially one of
Time.
the best games that they ever made, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's where it begs the question of, like, is this some kind of, like, some chess game that they're playing? Is there a
this
reason why
is
we only
that
got,
Godzilla game
know,
in real life.
this Godzilla game in real life? Yes.
Yeah,
So
Clash of the
maybe
Kaiju.
maybe like maybe the Grand Theft, maybe Lucia from Grand Theft Auto will shoot a bullet, and maybe Link will shoot a Deku Seed and see who wins. We don't really know, but just kind of to put it out there, I didn't really think about that much at first, but people on the good old internet were kind of talking about that of like, well, what if they compete with each other? What a
Hmm.
crazy year if Ocarina of Time is competing with Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But just a thought, just a thought. Well, I wish we knew more news about those games with the Summer Game Fest, but when the Summer Game Fest coming to an end, it was still a really good one. And I think everybody from all walks of life, all kinds of video game enjoyers, haters, even again, people who don't even play video games saw the Tupac news. So this was a really good Summer Games Fest. So I think we ate well. Um, yeah, I just think it's good overall. Do
Just
you
wanted
have
to give a
anything to add to
minute.
that, Glitch?
You were lagging a little bit. I just wanted to give it a second in case I needed to fix
Oh,
that. So,
um,
uh, for Summer Games Fest, I don't think I really have anything left to say about Summer Games Fest unless there's a game I'm
we,
forgetting about.
we got a good 10 more minutes to kill for
Yeah,
this
well, I
podcast.
also
I'm
wanted to
trying to
talk
think.
about Onimusha and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and
Oh,
a little bit
okay.
of
Let's
Fortnite.
end. Okay, take it away, Glitch. We're gonna end this on a funny note, and I'd like you to take this over because this is all you. But I got a glimpse of it
So
today,
I
and
also played a demo this week, and it was
oh no.
Onimusha, and I really went in wanting to like it, and I started the game and I was like, okay, this looks nice. I'm getting all the tutorials that kind of just like, put me in an area and was like, this is what's happening, go. And I'm like, okay. And I had a little trouble with the controls. They did show me the controls at the beginning. They showed me two button sets, but like every game where they do that, I'm like, I know how to play video games, get those controls out of here, like I'll figure it out. And what I didn't notice was that there was two button sets that you can pick from. There's aggressive and there's defensive, and I chose the wrong one because it made no sense. And but besides that, so I'm learning the controls. X is dodge and like rolling, and then square is block and parry, which is so alien to me having played Soulsborne's games. And like, you block with like the shoulder buttons and you roll with circle. So it took me a little while to wrap my head around that. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then they're like, oh, you need to go to the stage. Open your map. I open the map. It's literally just a path, one path. And I'm like, why did I need my map just to find my way on the one path? Okay, that's fine. It looks great. Then I run into people and they start talking to me, and I'm really
Oh gosh.
confused because I'm like, is my character British? And then this old Japanese man walks up to me and he sounds like Sean Bean. And I'm like, this is really weird. And it was like really taking me out of it because I've played Ghost of Tsushima. I know that they can make Japanese people actually Japanese, and then, it works. And I feel like that's kind of the
Oh my
benchmark.
gosh.
So, I asked Steven, I was like, "Is there such a thing as uncanny valley for voices?" Because it was so
Yes.
weird
Yeah.
seeing an old man that sounded like a 40-year-old Sean Bean and, like, being like, "Oh, they attacked, the temple," or whatever was happening, and he sounds like Cockney, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, maybe there's a story reason for this. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going." And, it just kept happening, and it was so strange. And yeah, I don't know. I really kept being like, well maybe about every little problem I had. Like it was really like the Assassin's Creed like the older games where everybody like takes turns attacking you. And then it's kind of
Yeah.
like a rock paper scissors of whether you succeed or not. It was that and it was really weird. Like all these monster guys just being like, I'm gonna wait my turn. Like it was really
Yeah.
weird. And like I could barely figure out the controls because again, I chose the wrong controller scheme for me anyways. And they kept just hitting me and waiting their turn to hit me, and it was so strange. And then I get to the boss, and he's also British. Like he had an interesting design, and he was very flamboyant, so it was kind of cool. But I kept failing. Like it was so hard. So like it just feels clunky. Like there was times that I blocked that it should have
Yeah.
worked, and there was times that I blocked that it shouldn't have worked. Like it felt all loosey goosey. And like I've played modern games that like it's nice and tight. Like these kind of games you expect when you press block that you block right away,
Yeah.
especially if it's like timing based. Sorry.
There's my share there.
Okay, I'm glad you did that because I was like, I feel like I'm gonna burp while I'm talking.
We
But
we we're
yeah.
we're gassing today.
Well, it's gassy is better than other things, I guess. Um
I guess so too.
Better out than in. Because like, I don't know if you've sorry, just I'm gonna cut this out later, but I don't know if you've ever had it that you feel horrible and you're like, "Do I need to go to the hospital? Am I dying?" And then you just
Yeah.
have to burp.
Yes, I've had
But
that.
yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, anyways, the boss fight, like the controls, they felt clunky but like loose. It was so strange. And to heal, you have to suck up like the souls that come out of the people that you kill. And you have to like, unless I really suck, it seems like you have to stand still to do that. And you're being attacked
uh,
and like it I don't know. It just nowadays I feel like I should be able to run like while I'm fighting somebody and like roll around if I want, but like the dodging and the rolling only seem to work like half the time. Like it was so weird and I finally was like, okay, so I cannot handle rolling with X and like blocking and parrying with square cuz it feels so weird and I'm doing everything with like one hand except for sucking up souls. So I switched it to defensive stance, and then I beat him. Like there was one time that I kept getting confused which controller set I was using, and then the next time I beat him in one shot. It was really easy. So like I feel like unless that was the original controller set, like I don't remember because it was so long ago. I don't know why they have that control set in the game. I've never played a game where you roll with X. Like X is always
yeah.
like jumping or like selecting or something. I think selecting was like L1. Like you open boxes with L1 and then you suck souls with L2 if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was just so weird.
So janky.
Yeah, and I feel like I was getting mad. Like I cut out at least 5 times I fought that boss. I think his name's Ganryu. And because I got so mad because I'm like, that block shouldn't have worked, and it did work. And then I'm like, that block should have worked. And like you miss you get hit once and then you like get staggered and then you're just standing there and then they kill you. Like it's so weird.
Yeah,
So I
and I was
don't think
watching some of
I'm
your playthrough, and it just
yeah,
looked really
like
weird.
I don't think I'm gonna enjoy that, and it really disappoints me because I love those games. So I looked it up
Yeah.
today. I actually did play all 3 games because I keep saying that Jean Reno's in the second game. He's in the third game, so I've played all of them, and I really liked every single one. But like I tried very hard, and I was even like, maybe there's story reasons why they all sound weird because it starts out saying that it's in a place that resembles Kyoto, so I guess they're doing that whole like the people in this only appear to look like people. They're not the actual people, in case people get like angry about something. But yeah, I feel like that demo didn't really make me want to play the game. If anything, it made me less
Yeah,
excited, and that really disappointed me.
which is too it's too bad because when we were watching the reveal, I was never even heard of Onimusha. You got
Yeah,
really excited, and
yeah,
yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. Yeah, the voices definitely threw me out of it. It's like I think I was watching some of your playthrough and I just like, are any of these guys gonna ask me for like a oh what or like really
yeah.
like
And
But
the
it just it was just weird.
Yeah, it like it I wouldn't say it made me uncomfortable, but it made it so that I couldn't just relax and enjoy the game. Like it was just so
Yeah,
odd. Like, I guess uncanny valley is the only way I can really describe it. That there's something about it was
yeah,
like creeping me out or something or like making me unsettled.
yeah.
But yeah, so that sucks, especially because it's one of my fantasy critic picks, and, yeah. At first, when I looked it up, because I was like, "Am I the crazy person here? Like, did I hate this?" But, like, I saw a lot of people saying, like, at least that, yes, it's too easy, yes, it's kinda clunky, but,
Yeah.
usually I'm like, maybe they'll fix it by the time the game comes out, but I feel like it's coming out really soon, so I don't know. So I would love to be surprised and it'd be amazing, but I feel like the demo is kind of like the Star Fox demo. Like that made us excited to play the game and it was really good. And yeah, I don't
Um,
know.
sorry, we're having a
That's
little bit
okay.
of technical issues here.
I'm pretty much done
Um,
anyways.
no, no, I didn't mean to
Uh-huh.
cut you off. It's just your audio and video is like way behind. It's coming a little
Oh, I'm
roboty. I
having
think it's
that
just
for you.
oh, it's probably just Discord.
Okay.
Um, I think I think it's probably gonna fix itself in a second here.
Oh yeah, you're kind of frozen for me right now. Okay, you seem to have sped up now.
Yeah, I think you're starting to catch up now.
Okay, cool. And then the other thing that I've been doing this last week. So this is actually kind of a cool moment, and surprisingly, it involves Fortnite. So the big end of season event happened, which was surprisingly cool. It was my first big one, and I did it with my friends, and they gave free stuff if you went,
Yeah,
and blah blah blah. And there was a lot of cliffhangers. I have a video of my playthrough of it up if anybody cares. I don't really want to get too into it because I want to talk about the new season. So a lot of people are playing Fortnite for the first time in years and being like, what the hell is happening? So this season, so I have started calling it our creator's Pokemon because it's an
oh yeah, yeah.
extraction
Oh,
thing.
oh no.
So not
Yeah, you
only
got a
is
lot to
it
say on this one.
so not only is it like battle royale where you have to fight people, but there's also these cute little sprites everywhere, and there's different kinds of sprites, and there's rare sprites, and there's common sprites, and then there's like gold sprites, and I guess those are like the shiny Pokemon that they're really rare. There's even that burnt peanut guy. There's a sprite that looks like him that it looks like if you took like a human like corpse and mixed it with a peanut, like and then put it on a sprite, like it's kind of creepy. But, yeah, so, that's, like, one of the rarest ones right now. It's gonna be gummy variants. But the fun thing that I really wanna talk about so, do you remember, when the Animal Crossing came out that everybody was, like, meeting up online to, like, trade things?
Yeah.
So, people are trading sprites right now, and it's really cool that, like, everybody is like, "Do you have the rare one? I have the gold ghost," or, "I have the gold demon," or, "I have the gold punk," and I want the 0 point sprite or the gold 0 point sprite. So I've actually been meeting up. I met up with a streamer and I traded him for one of the rare ones, and then one of the guests watching the stream. We met up and I got the really, really rare one. So I've been meeting up with
Nice.
people on Fortnite and trading sprites. And it's just a cool moment that I feel like we haven't had like since Animal Crossing. So yeah.
Yeah. That actually almost makes me wanna play it. I know the
Yeah,
last time I played Fortnite was actually about 1 year ago with you. We actually had a
yeah.
group going, and I actually had fun with it.
That was the
Yeah,
first time I ever played.
that was literally last June. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, wow, how about that?
Well, if you hop on,
Well,
I have all the sprites that are out right now, except for Burn Peanut, but people are disagreeing whether he's actually in the game or not. And then there's gonna be gummy ones. So they're like, so yeah, there's the regular ones and there's like common, rare, mythical, and legendary ones, so kind of like the weapons. And then there's like variants. So like the one I have right now that like everybody wants is the 0 point sprite. So it's like black and it's got like kind of like cracked like pink stuff through it, and then there's a gold variant.
yeah,
And I'm obnoxious. So in the battle pass right now, there's a guardian skin, so it's kind of like a mech suit, and you can put a sprite in it. And then when
yeah,
you
yeah.
collect one of each kind, you can put the sprite in. And I have the really rare one in it right now. So every time I'm like, I've got a 0 point shard sprite,
That's sick.
and I changed you can customize it, and I have it like kind of the matching colors for like the mech suit. So yeah, and I got my sister to buy the battle pass too because John Wick is one of the
That's true,
characters.
yes.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah,
find John Wick's dog, and I'm really enjoying all the secrets that you can find. Like I found a duck race, and you can like follow the duck race, and then when it ends, you get like a mythical shotgun. Like it's really fun this season. Some people don't like it, but not everybody's into Pokemon or creators. So, oh yeah, so you have to extract the sprites. So you have to go to the extraction zones,
what?
and then you have to wait
What?
for a thing to come in, and then you go quick, 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 put my sprites in, because if you die, you lose them, and then people can steal them from you. It's
Oh,
actually pretty
shoot.
fun. Yeah, so and then you get, like, sprite dust, and, once you have, like, cataloged your sprite, you can summon it back, and then you can, like, master it, so, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun playing Fortnite right now. So, yeah.
That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds like something I'd wanna do. I haven't played I mean, I took a break from Fortnite back in, like, 2019, and that break lasted all the way until 2025, so,
Mhm.
we played the last time, but, yeah, I would have to be careful with my account, though, because I definitely have some rare stuff on my Fortnite account, like, I still have, early 2018, if you had like a Twitch, if you associated your Twitch Prime with Fortnite, you actually got like an exclusive skin that never came back again. This skin is like 8 years old, and I
Oh,
still
cool.
exclusively play on it. But people are just like, "You want to sell your account? I want that skin." I'm like, "No, I'm not
Yeah.
going to sell the account. I like the skin." But yeah, well, that's actually really fun. It's nice to see Fortnite thriving. Yeah, I definitely hated on it for a long time, but for other
Me
reasons. I
too,
think
honestly.
it's been around for so long that's like, come on,
Yeah.
it's like The Simpsons. You're gonna have times like, The Simpsons, The Simpsons. Then you'd be like,
Oh,
hey, Simpsons.
speaking of
But
The Simpsons stuff is gonna come back in, Reload. In a different
oh,
mode.
okay,
Yeah, because they had a Simpsons season, and the map's gonna come back
they
soon.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I
I
remember
never got to
seeing that.
play it, but yeah.
I wanted to play when Daft Punk was out, and I'm just whenever I get to it, I'll probably buy the Daft Punk skin if it's ever out
Mhm.
again. Um,
I did
yeah,
the
but
Daft
launch.
Punk experience, it was actually pretty cool.
I know I was at
Yeah.
work when it happened. I
Oh, I
couldn't
should have
do it.
recorded it. Yeah, it was like
Oh,
a
I've
music
seen a video.
video, it was so cool.
Yeah, yeah, no, I was at work when it happened, but I watched videos of it happening after. It was
Mhm.
really freaking cool. Yeah, so a couple other things that I totally forgot to talk about, which we'll just touch on a little bit. Um, New Kingdom Hearts, we are getting
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Is-
Mhm.
And the biggest one that so Kingdom Hearts fans do not like me. I will not say why. I just say I
I
only
think it's
had
just
access to a
one
couple.
Kingdom Hearts fan.
No,
Oh,
no,
really?
it is
Okay.
it's a lot,
Mhm.
and I don't talk about why I'm hated by Kingdom Hearts fans, but just know we only had access to some of the games, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Mhm.
Now I've wanted to buy the collection of the Kingdom Hearts games on Switch too, but as everybody knows, the Switch Kingdom Hearts game is the cloud version. Now, oftentimes, the collection of like all the Kingdom Hearts games is like $90, but sometimes they'll sell it for as little as like $20. But I've almost bought it, but then I have to remember cloud version. You can only play the game when you're
Mhm.
connected to the internet. That's so sucky because why would you want to play Kingdom Hearts that you could really just put into your PS2? But now it's like, you have to make sure, oh, internet went out. Oh, gotta wait. Sorry, gotta
Yeah.
wait. These are single player games that are meant to run natively. But
Oh, you froze for
um
me. It was just really like your mouth was open, and then, like, it would be like a second before I'd hear you talking. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, sorry. Recap here. Got a little bit of a technical difficulties. But just going to say that it's gonna run natively on Switch too. So finally, you can actually play all your Kingdom Hearts games without being connected to the internet. That also being said, I don't believe the actual cloud versions are transferring to the native version, but they are saying if you had the cloud version, your save files will transfer to the new version, which I think that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
On the flip side, though, I think they have halted. They're halting any more additional sales on the cloud version, which that's fine. It was a good deal to get all those games for so cheap, but you needed the internet. Um, and then not only that, but I think they are slowly doing away with the cloud version. Is apparently what the rumbling is. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I forgot about that. It's pretty big news, and we're getting new Kingdom Hearts. I would really like to revisit the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I think in order to earn the respect back of Kingdom Hearts fans that know my secrets, that I can try it again. But it's to any non Kingdom Hearts fans. My experience with the game is very. It's not that offensive to Kingdom Hearts fans. It's very offensive. I'm sorry for those of you who know. I will I will wrong my right eventually. Maybe I'll do a so on the Nintendo Switch too. But yeah, just kind of that's kind of it. But I got a notification on my phone of a certain product that is
Oh
now
yeah.
ready for me to pick up.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Giovanni's gonna hook up for you.
yeah, I really
Yeah.
hope he doesn't come over because the dude stunk up the place last time he was here. But last time he was here, he actually kidnapped me, threw me into the laundry room, and then he gave his conspiracy about El Nino and the weather, Team Aqua, Team Magma.
Mhm.
But that's at the current time. If you guys remember, and Target just rolled out another thing of Pokemon collaborations. The Pokemon Pop Tarts were being scalped
Yeah.
en masse. And again, I don't live in Phoenix, but I live in the Phoenix metropolitan area. I looked at every single Target of the Phoenix metropolitan area. Every single one of them was no Pokemon Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
None. People scalp them. There's nothing that crazy about them. Like they're just cake Pop Tarts with Pikachu on the box. There's no Pikachu sprinkles, no
Mhm.
Pikachu
They're
design.
not even
Pikachu's on the
yellow.
box. Yeah, and not even yellow. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Well, I was perusing Target today because I was going to pick up some general wares for myself, only to see, when Glitch was watching, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna place an order real quick before we record today. I don't know what my face looked like, but I know my face was pretty shocked that the Pokemon Pop Tarts were back in stock, not
Mhm.
scalped, and there was a sale if you bought two of them. So I'm gonna go pick those up shortly and let you guys know. I'll keep a box of Pop Tarts for
Yeah,
myself and a
give us
box
a
for the
review.
review. Yeah, like a good Pop
Yeah.
Tart expert review. I know my
Mhm.
Pop Tarts. Yeah, your fudge, your little purple swirly one that came out in the '90s. That's really cool. Yeah, expert Pop Tart. Or yeah, okay.
Nice.
Anyways,
Ending with the
um,
most important news.
I guess the one last thing that I just want to kind of touch on, which is just super brief. I have not bought the new 007 James Bond game yet. And I did spoil some of it. I watched some of I watched some of the stuff with Lenny Kravitz. He's cool in it. I'm
Mhm.
gonna get this game eventually. They did announce at Summer Games Fest that we are going to see more DLC missions, whether they're free or not, involving Lenny Kravitz's character calling upon James Bond.
Mhm.
So we're getting more Lenny Kravitz in the Bond. So I'm excited for that. So a little more motivation for me to pick up the game, which I will. I just
Nice.
big backlog. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it on my end. Well, there was a lot to talk about, and there's still lots more to talk about.
Mhm.
It's just too much to talk about.
We always find something to talk about.
We'll be here until Friday.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Glitch, did you have anything you wanted to wrap up with?
I don't think so. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I pre-ordered Control, so I'm gonna be playing that as soon
Yes.
as possible. I even got the deluxe digital version, even though I'm kind of against deluxe digital versions with the
Yeah.
48 hours. Play it early. That I'm like, no, I want a physical copy. You're not gonna lure me, seductress. But yeah, they lured me this time. I did it because I want to play it
Oh my
two
god.
days early so bad. Yeah, I'm oh my goodness, ugh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So I'm gonna be playing that. That's all.
So,
I'm
all right.
stating my intentions. Uh-uh.
Lots of the horizon. We'll see when we get any more updates on any of these games. I would
Mhm.
expect Nintendo to do a well, with we're halfway through the year. Nintendo's got to do something about Ocarina of Time soon. I just don't know
Yeah.
when. They can't wait too long, but also we'll see. But other than that, lots of positive to come out of this Summer Games Fest. It was a great Summer Games Fest. I honestly enjoyed it a lot, even the stuff that I missed. It was really great.
Mhm.
We're gonna get Crazy Taxi, gonna get a lot of great games. Yeah, so Jeff Keeley, I see you. I hope you see me. Notice me, Keeley. Notice me. Jeff Keeley, are you a Diamondbacks fan? I got a. You can wear it if you want. It's mine, but you can wear it once. Okay. Anyways, I don't think he's gonna notice me. But all right. Well, that about wraps up this week's. Everyone like that. We'll be
Mhm.
back next week. Stuffing our face, or I'll be stuffing my face with some Pop Tarts. Give
It's oh, it's
me
funny because you
you
actually
guys.
froze like that.
Did I freeze?
Yeah, you froze
Am I
making
still
that
frozen?
face. It was good
Oh
though.
god.
I kind of want to leave it that way. I'm gonna leave
Leave
that
leave it
part.
in, leave it
Yeah.
in. Leave it
Okay.
in.
Thanks
Giving you
for
guys
watching,
the
everybody.
thanks for watching, everybody. Signing
Bye.
out.
uh,
That's actually great.
yeah, no, you were like, and then it got stuck like that.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.